What's up, ring slingers? It's the Emerald Enthusiast back with another Green Lantern collectible review. This time I'm looking at the McFarlane DC Multiverse Platinum Edition JLA Wave figure of Green Lantern John Stewart. Let's have a look at the packaging. On the front, it says Green Lantern, and here is the Platinum Edition sticker. On the side, it says Green Lantern and JLA. On the opposite side, we get a partial window on the top, and product information on the bottom. The back of the package features artwork of Plastic Man, a diagram of the Collect and Connect figure, as well as artwork of the other characters who have figures in this wave. I got this figure at a discounted price. As you can see, the Collect and Connect pieces are missing. Here is a mint in package figure with the Plastic Man Collect and Connect legs. This one is signed by Philip Kennedy Johnson, the writer of Green Lantern War Journal. As I often say about McFarlane figures, I feel like the Collect and Connect pieces take up too much room within the bubble. The figure is visible through the front window. The peg base is situated behind the figure. I wish that the figure were centered better within the packaging. The figure comes with construct accessories and a trading card that is positioned behind them. And now let's bust open this package and see what's inside. The figure comes with this circular black peg base. It has the DC logo on it. And here is a look at the trading card. And of course, this comes from the cover of Green Lantern Green Arrow number 87 from 1971. Of course, the first appearance of John Stewart. Here's a close-up of the character description on the back of the trading card. If you would like to read this, just hit pause and do so now. And now I'm going to put this in a penny sleeve and top loader for safekeeping. The figure also comes with these two ring effects, and this one goes on the end of the hand. And then we have this flowing energy effect. And I do like the sculpting on this, but I'm not overly impressed by these, especially for a character like John Stewart, who's known for his very intricate constructs. And here we see the master builder himself, John Stewart, free of the package and ready to rumble. McFarlane keeps improving their lantern figures, and this is yet another example of that improvement. I only have very minor criticisms of this figure, so let's have a closer look at the loose details now. Let's have a look at the lower body, and I really appreciate the way that the boots have been sculpted. The green sections are shiny. They're not metallic, but this still looks pretty good. As with previous figures, we get this texturing on the black sections. Perhaps there could be a little more definition back here in the hamstrings area, but I do like the overall musculature of this figure. Once again, we get this flexible hip piece, and that helps with the figure's articulation. And I'll talk more about that in just a moment. Here's a close-up of the torso, and I really appreciate the paint work here. This is inspired by the costume that John wore in some of the early 90s Green Lantern comics, as well as Green Lantern Mosaic. The line work is tight throughout the torso, and the musculature is suitable for John Stewart, so I definitely give McFarlane credit here. Conversely, I think that the arms may be a little small in terms of muscle mass, although I do appreciate the overall production here. The tops of the gloves are sculpted and the deltoids are an adequate size, but I just feel like the arms are a little too thin. I would have preferred an alternate hand or a construct blaster because it looks like this hand has been made to hold something like that, but nothing like that is actually included with the figure. Here's a close-up of the ring, and I'm very impressed by the fact that I can make out the Green Lantern symbol. The paintwork isn't perfect, but it's certainly preferable to some of the early McFarlane Green Lantern rings. Here's a close-up of the head sculpt, and I am thoroughly impressed. This reminds me of the way that the late, great M.D. Bright drew John Stewart. The sculpting around the mouth as well as the jawline are both impressive. Here's a look at the back of the head, and this figure is very commanding in profile as well. So overall, I'm very pleased with this head sculpt. Here's a look at the accessories, and this piece just slides over the end of the ring hand. And then the other piece just slides onto the forearm, and it gives you this type of look. In terms of articulation, there is a midfoot hinge as well as ankle pivoting. The feet move backwards and forwards at the ankle joint. The figure has double jointed knees, so if you want to get the figure into a deep running pose, you do have that option. The figure kicks forward this far. Again, be careful with this flexible hip piece. You don't want to do permanent damage there. There's a really impressive spread here, so you can get the figure into a deep side-kicking pose, and of course the figure steps back. There is waist rotation and upper torso swiveling that is quite impressive. There's rotation here at the wrists, and you can move them backward and forward for a variety of ring-slinging poses. The figure features double jointed elbows, and you can move them into this angle, so that is quite impressive as well. There are butterfly joints in the shoulders, and the biceps swivel as well. You can move the arms backward and forward, and you can do a 360 at the shoulder joints. The head sculpt is on a dumbbell joint, and as you can see, there is a full range of realistic movement here. For a $25 figure, this level of articulation is outstanding. Like and subscribe if you enjoyed this review, and please tell all of your friends about this channel. I would certainly appreciate it. And I'll be back with more Green Lantern content soon. But until we meet again, this has been the Emerald Enthusiast, and thanks for watching.